Time to go to work. Time to go to war, potentially for the last time, as Chisora faces a southpaw for the first time. Wanted. Does that intimate that Chisora wants to fight tonight?
Most certainly. I mean, I've listened to a lot of people before this contest saying that Val's in a certain way, and Chisora quite rightly knows what he's got to do. He's got to get up close, and dirty on the inside. That's the way he's got to do things against this fella. You know, Valin, then it's going to be an easy night for Valin. That's why Chisora has got to upset his real opinion. What he's got to try and do is avoid as he's coming forward. A little bit of head back with counters and just be a big problem. Doing that, he's going to take a lot of risks. So important to try and avoid the shots as he's coming forward.
And how willing will be to take the risk to turn his into a good direction. He's always had the talent. There have been questions, his true desire compared to in terms of his technique, his overall athletic ability, but sheer determination taken him into fight 49 tonight. Enticing prospect of a major world title fight, potentially fight 50 if it goes well.
Yeah, indeed. He's one. The uppercut could be a major shot here, Paul. Fat through the middle. That's why you see occasionally just do the cross guard. His arms come across his chest, and that's literally to stop major shot for Valin, especially if he sets it up. What they've got to do, and it's not get up to Valin and cause him problems.
He's had one or two little glimpses of the target, Richie, and I don't think Valin truly believed that he could throw a hurtful left hook early on. Dora pours it on as he promised that he would. Very first second of this fight, this kid settle.
Yep. So true to his word, he's taking it to Valin. And that's what he's got.
All the pressure early on from Chisora.
You've got to get the body a little bit more, and then you're going to find the hook to the head, okay? The double jab sample is what I want, not a single.
On cuts tonight. Solid start from Chisora against Otto Valin, who has looked tentative for me.
Yeah, too tentative. There was front foot pressure. I don't think there was a lot coming back from Valin. But Valin now sensibly just could play a major role. Corners, boxing ring space for Derick Chisora to close him down. That's what Valin's got to do. Seeing that corner, that stuff there, and that's better now from Chisora, especially downstairs. There you go.
18 stone, 18 and a half stones, weight magnificently, and I think it's underestimated, Richie, when he took an unbelievable amount of punishment, but
Takam, incredible performance. But Paul, I think, you know, he's learned from that second time. You know, he's a switch hitter, and he fought as a southpaw contest. That was way back in 2014, near Tyson, because he was sitting back much, and Tyson just controlled things. But he's doing the right tactics here, but
in that sense, making the most, the very most ability. I'm not sure we can say deal with Anthony Joshua to creating a sensation against Tyson Fury.
At this stage as well, Paul, there doesn't seem to be a lot of belief in Valin at the moment either. Maybe he's just trying. There's not a lot landing by both boxers, but you've got to give credit to Chisora here. Chisora's he's won this round.
Swarming all over his man like a hungry bear. 2 rounds in. All guns blazing once more tonight. Well-ordered game plan this from Valin into round, Richie.
Yeah, did this type of start from Chisora. There's not a lot been in the round, but I just think you've got to. There hasn't been a lot coming back from Valin. That's a couple of good shots from him, and there's Chisora then coming distance with the jab. He did totally different from Chisora with that cross guard. He's trying to stop anything that comes up through the middle.
He actually grabbed Valin in a friendly headlock, and it was a friendly headlock. Chisora, we've all seen enough over the years. Behaviour in that sense. In 2000, I say it, Chisora, all these massive fights that he's had against, quotes, better men, when he's had positives from it, Richie. He rebuilds. The big right hand, and I think Valin's felt 1 or 2 of those.
Yeah.
Building and building the pressure.
Oh, good shot.
Far, Richie, but there may be more coming Valin's way. Chisora's able to set up every single attack. Here he comes again.
Chisora's landed that one good significant in the round at all, but again he's coming forward. Not a bad shot from Valin, but for me, Chisora again.
This is the evidence of it. The right hand is finding the target almost at will here, Richie.
Yeah, good right hand over the top there from Chisora.
So into round 4 we go. Chisora back orthodox and on the switch again. And I know it could be a long fight, and I know there's many a twist. I've always thought that Valin had ability, so he's not to be overlooked.
Well, he might have felt a couple of shots from them. He's got confidence as he's coming forward. Yes, he may lack a little bit of power and should take advantage of that. He's very confident going forward. He's prepared to take a shot to actually land one.
Sign of what was to come. When this fight was made, opponent for me, Valin, but listen, I really don't like Chisora and I'm going to make him pay, but I'm not sure many truly believed him. Big shot by Valin, who continues to show not enough.
Well, he's boxing in the wrong areas, Valin is. Boxing ring space against this type of... Boxing very negatively on the back foot. He's not doing enough. Tip and tapping, trying to keep Chisora at bay. The judges might see it differently, but Chisora, again, on that front foot and the pace, and, you know, he's having the better of it.
And yet again, Richie, Derick wants to see full commitment in bucket loads, that to win whatever is put in front of him. Valin again looking under pressure. Sharp right hand on the inside from...
Head on the chest there and just whipping a couple of shots on the inside in. Holding him occasionally and then whipping one through. But nevertheless, clever boxing on the inside from Derick Chisora.
Valin could do again and off the rope. He was slow to get off. Emerging heavyweights and one or two of the superstars in attendance. The immortal Roberto Duran. Here to see one of his own. A kindred spirit, perhaps, in many senses. Every round so far on repeat. Chisora walking Valin down. That's the one thing that's catching my eye the most tonight.
Yeah, I don't think Valin's done enough to win a round. A bit of success here and there, but Valin's done very little. That's where he should be boxing from, but he's not doing enough. He's not throwing enough jabs.
So much for the problem with the southpaw. 2020, Usyk, his last outing against a southpaw. Chisora with no problem working out how Valin is trying to do it. Carries no threat whatsoever. That right hand flicked off the top of the head. Valin didn't take it particularly well though, and some be damaging shots. That's a solid right hand from Chisora, who cannot miss. A very focused Chisora, as if tonight, above all other forehand, that they do not play on the performance level. It was a sharper left hand from Valin at last. Keeps on chugging forward like this. Valin's going to need something different, Richie, I think.
Chasing from Valin also. Earlier he just had Chisora in the centre of the ring and was boxing well.
One or two little twists in the plot, but overall, Steve Bunce, to you, how are you seeing it, Steve?
Big Derick.
There are actually two cuts, one over the Russ Anber on cuts duty for Chisora tonight. Unperturbed, Chisora back to work as we head toward the 6th and halfway point in this to be fought for between Dubois and Joseph Parker. Testing prospect in just a couple of weeks. This moment, Chisora is set to be...
The blood is starting to affect his eye now. It's running in. He's got to watch that. And the referee, Derick Chisora's eye. But nevertheless, he's got to watch that left hand, with that left-hander of Valin behind his jab, and that's because his feet down a little bit. Is the referee. He's going to have a look.
If Chisora would be ruled out by this tonight, when Chisora has been on top of his game so much here, it doesn't look good.
Watch what they're doing here, and it's a big call, but they're happy.
On we go.
He risks walking onto that left hand, that right eye furthest away from that shot. Close the gap down.
Does Valin now see this as his moment of opportunity? The door has opened for him. Even now takes to walk through it.
That's a nice little short left hand to give him a little bit of confidence, although he's still on that back foot, Chisora.
If there's anybody who'd be undeterred events like this, it is Chisora. He's handed Valin an absolute boxing for the first half of this fight tonight.
And he's just trying to catch Derick Chisora as he comes forward. Again, tries to land that big shot.
accidental, the cut as a result of a clash of heads. So in theory, Richie, it would go to the scorecards.
And he's ahead for me. I give Valin that
sure,
last round.
well ahead. But they haven't said that to him. It's almost as though they've disregarded that and told him just to continue to go about his work.
And to keep that eye further away, because if he goes southpaw, then he risks them walking onto that left hand, and the eye's a little bit closer.
That didn't miss by much, did it? Goodness me. Perspective, Richie. How many chances is this man going to get to really re-establish him in the top echelon at a time in the game? Unparalleled opportunity. The show he put up against Tyson Fury, but he's been no level for me since that night. I just underline that.
No, not at all. And again, knows he's got to get close. No real respect for Valin's. If we could just see a little bit more head, that's his best chance to land.
Traction from the first bell, so determined to put on a good performance, which he is doing. I think that the blood is not shot on it, which Gamache actually said to him in the corner. Get those hands moving from that southpaw style boxing from him. 7 rounds in, Chisora responds.
Valin just controlling the distance a little bit better with his jab. Maybe tiring, but he'll come through this, because remember, he's a seasoned 12-round professional, Derick Chisora, and really going for it here.
Finishing the round strong. A spectacular show late on in this round from Chisora. He's really going for it. And Valin is grateful.
He wants to give this crowd what they've come for. Not just a party, not just a last dance. They've come for a spectacular ending. They don't want this fight to end on a technicality. They want it to end with Big Otto on the floor looking up at a triumphant Del Boy. Could still happen.
In those circumstances, and Chisora shouldn't. That's our impression. But the great thing about Chisora's performance tonight.
Feeling the pace a little bit, Gins. Probably winning the round, though, that did. Just clipped the target with duck, didn't he, as he got Valin on the rope. It just clipped him from Derick Chisora. And again, Valin
down the rope, across to the other corner, big left to the higher part of the head, the temple. They can be very damaging shots. Chisora goes for it again. John Latham is posed. Could this be the greatest moment in Chisora's career? Valin has to throw back. There's just no stopping Chisora. He piles on the pressure. The power, the big shots. Valin took them well enough. 1 or 2 low ones there at the end of it.
What an incredible attack that was from Derick Chisora. 15, 20 punches maybe. Incredible stuff. How much has that taken out of Derick Chisora?
He defied logic a long time ago in rewriting the whole book tonight. That was to start that salvo. He told us it would be all about the pressure tonight, and he's now, he shavers in there the way he's landing these shots.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Square with the feet, but just letting his hands go. What a warrior this man is, Derick Chisora. Valin, you have to give him credit there for coming through.
What can Valin offer by way of a counter-attack?
And throw this right hand from here.
Valin gave him a little look. The look said, not before time tonight, war.
So this is incredible. There was that left hook, and then he just lets the punches go. There's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. They just keep going, Paul. It's an incredible attack from Derick Chisora. Some miss, some hit the target. That is Paul, trust me.
I'll take your word for it, Richie. We might be looking at 400 professional rounds.
Yeah, incredible stuff.
The only person who seems oblivious to it is Chisora, and Valin goes over. Latham sends him to the neutral corner. He's got more time out of that because Chisora didn't go there. Only now does the count start.
Incredible stuff from Derick Chisora again. Produces a shot.
Chisora believes. 9th round. Everybody in the arena is on their feet. This performance tonight from Chisora.
Where he gets his energy from, Derick Chisora. It's incredible stuff from him.
The right hand, the big salvo follows. does not throw much back. A tentative, more than a minute left in this 9th round. Chisora reckons that exertion is something else, isn't it?
I mean, he looks like, and Valin probably senses that, but this is the trap. Because look at Derick Chisora now, he's just waiting. Look, there's the shot there, but he just explodes into action with his punches.
Fury and Joshua couldn't drop him, of course. Neutral corner, that count might have had a different outcome, I think. The tempo's been pretty hot at the last dance so far tonight.
Last couple of rounds, he's tried something different. He's actually tried to, as if he's really, really tired, and walk him onto a shot. Foot closing it down, taking the odd shot here and there. Clever tactics from Derick Chisora.
He promised us that he'd come out and swarm all over Otto Wallin a few rounds and then unleash fury upon him, no pun intended. It's almost as though they cannot believe what they are seeing. It's one of those spellbinding heavyweight performances that I've been very lucky to see.
Yeah, he's boxed really well. Like I said, Paul, it's the tactics. In the point, well, it is if you box in a certain way. For me, tactics spot on. He's got up and whip shots over the top. Here again, look, he's just Valin. He's not falling for it at this stage.
But he can't win the fight like this, Rich.
No.
He's been outboxed yet again, Valin, to make his mark. He could do it. Suddenly that tank could empty from Chisora. But who really believes that on what we've seen tonight?
I think Chisora's just slowed down a little bit in this round, Paul. He's probably feeling the pace a little bit. I mean, he's fought at a terrific tempo. Has got to keep that head moving, bobbing and weaving when he's in. This has been a slightly better round for Valin.
Valin has got to validate that belief from Gamache right now.
And you know what, Paul, there's a sense of disappointment in that corner coming from Gamache there.
Let's see if that drills home the message in a way that Valin understands. Chisora, 2 rounds away from...
I thought he lost the last round, but the previous round before that was a 10-8 round, so... But he only knows one way, and he can't try and box him at distance. He's got to get up close on that front foot. So he gets clipped there with a shot. The hands are a little bit too low. And of course, when Valin just can't get any leverage in his shots, his work is smothered. So again, the spot on from Chisora.
From Chisora, maybe not quite the explosive force of the earlier rounds, as you suggested, Richie.
12-round pro, as I've said. So it's a case of boxing in bursts, and this one, there's another one coming. So we just went through it to where they should be, and yes, good punch there from Chisora.
He backs away to the centre of the ring, but where's this heavyweight division? Just for a moment there, rhythm seemed lost to punish him. Bag of oxygen he seems to carry around, and he finds a way to throw a salvo right at the end of the round. It wasn't his best, but it might just have made an impression on the judges. The last dance, the last round of it, at least for tonight.
And for me, Valin did enough to win the round. I think these energy levels, he must be tired now, Chisora. Well, both men are, but especially because he's put so much into it. But he'll just go for it this round, throw the kitchen sink at Valin, I think, in this last round.
It's the fire of the middle part of the fight so far, but he can see the finish line. Chisora, in the unlikely event for me of him losing this, or even what we've seen tonight, whether it'll be 50 and out. Everybody, that's what it will be, or maybe not.
See a 50th fight with Derick Chisora. Continues to make the same mistake of going back to the ropes. His feet come square, and that's where he's had most success in the corners. And Valin keeps falling for it. Back into the corner again. Here comes Derick Chisora.
Stage in his career, in these closing seconds, this is Chisora closing the show tonight in style such as we have never seen before.
Pure entertainment for boxing fans. Tremendous stuff.
Just the violence that he tells us that he loves to deliver in the ring. Some really so accurate, so determined. Walin touches down again. He'll probably get up. Right on the bell. It's all over, surely. Yes, it is all over. There was the bell in the middle. Nobody could hear it properly. And that's because all around Chisora is being fated like never before. A life of chaos.
By unanimous decision, known as the Del Boy, Derick War Chisora.